Ukrainian forces once again became active, but Russian forces are advancing instead. It's day 530 of Russia's operation in Ukraine. Let's dive deeper. Now moving to Vremivka region, Ukraine has once again reactivated their counter-offensive operation. Sources say, Ukraine was accumulating manpower and equipment for the past 3 days. The Russian Ministry of Defense reported that they conducted a couple of sorties and struck those positions. But it seems like they were only able to delay the attack. Today, Russian sources reported, Ukraine launched an attack on Uralny. They were attacking from the north and from the Staromayaski. A Russian reconnaissance unit spotted around 2 assault groups, consisting of 2 tanks and 4 armored vehicles, along with demoning vehicle moving towards their position. The assault group advancing from the Staromayaski was not lucky, as they were spotted very quickly. Russian forces responded with artillery and drones. As a result of the chaos, a Ukrainian tank drowned in the river. In the meantime, the assault group advancing from the north reached the minefield, but as Russian forces were already waiting, they started firing artillery and ATGMs. As a result, were able to destroy a couple of armored vehicles, but the infantry was able to dismount and had taken positions near the tree line. To support their unit, Ukrainian artillery men started hitting Russian positions very heavily. But the counter-attack had stalled. Roughly 2 hours later, another assault group came with the strength of 3 tanks and 2 IFVs, but they were also not lucky, as their attack was repelled by Russian forces. After which Ukraine tried to launch an infantry attack, but they were not able to reach near, as Russian artillery was dense. Sources say Ukraine launched multiple attacks like this without any major success. However, in a very recent attack they managed to cross the river from Staromayaski, but were not able to advance further, and retreated. On the other hand, Russian forces also tried to counterattack on Staromayaski, but were repelled by Ukrainian forces. Now moving to the Orikhiv region. Ukraine has also activated their forces here. Sources say, Ukrainian forces with artillery support from cluster ammunition, but with minimal armored vehicles, launched an attack on these fields. But they were quickly repelled by Russian artillery. It is reported that Ukraine lost several pieces of equipment in this attack. Now, as the Ukrainian forces were retreating, Russian forces launched a counterattack, and as a result were able to take this area under their control. Many sources say Russian forces were able to actually advance much deeper, but due to lack of visual confirmation, we will have to wait. Now moving to the Kupiansk region. As you know, positional fights have been going on for several days. However, recently, Russian forces decided to improve their strategic position. A Russian source reported their forces, with support of tanks and aviation, launched an attack from Vilshana. As a result, they were able to capture several Ukrainian strongholds and observation posts. Because of this advance, they have now improved their strategic positions in order to advance on Sinkivka. Additionally, with the help of aviation, they were able to destroy the ammunition depot of a Ukrainian unit. Furthermore, they struck a temporary deployment area of Ukrainian air mobile forces. Now moving to Vremivka. After Russian forces captured Novoselivsky, there were reports that they had already started advancing from south and north in order to expand their zone of control. On the other hand, one source reported Ukrainian paratroopers launched 2 counterattacks on the village, but they were quickly repelled by Russian forces. In addition, Russia was able to destroy 4 to 5 self-propelled howitzer in the Kupiansk region. Now moving to the Svatove region. As I said in my previous video, Ukrainian forces deployed here have the objectives of pushing Russian forces across the river and to recapture recently lost areas. Last time, Ukraine tried to counterattack, but they lost several armored vehicles. But Ukrainian forces were persistent with their efforts. As per latest reports, they once again launched a counterattack along the higher elevated areas. And this time they did find success. They were able to capture most of the heights north of Maryinka, This was confirmed by both sides. Now, on the other hand, Russian forces launched attack towards Vremivka. They were attacking along the lower elevated area. As a result of the attack, they were able to take this area under their control. As you can see, both sides gained and lost an equal amount of territory. Subscribe for more frontline updates. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.